Excuse me, may I ask some questions about your daily routine?
Sure, go ahead.
What time do you usually get up?
I usually get up at 5:30 a.m.
5:30 a.m.
Yes.
What do you usually do after getting up?
After getting up, I usually have breakfast.
Have breakfast?
Yes.
What time do you usually have breakfast?
I usually have breakfast at 6 a.m.
Pardon?
I usually have breakfast at 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
Yes.
How long does it take you to have breakfast?
It takes me about 30 minutes to have breakfast.
About 30 minutes.
Yes.
What do you usually do after having breakfast?
After having breakfast, I usually watch films.
Watch films.
Yes.
What time do you usually watch films?
I usually watch films at 8 a.m.
8 a.m.
Yes.
How long does it take you to watch films?
It takes me about 2 hours to watch films.
About 2 hours.
Yes.
What do you usually do after watching films?
After watching films, I usually have lunch.
Have lunch?
Yes.
What time do you usually have lunch?
I usually have lunch at 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Yes.
How long does it take you to have lunch?
It takes me about 30 minutes to have lunch.
About 30 minutes.
Yes.
What do you usually do after having lunch?
After having lunch, I usually have a nap.
Have a nap?
Yes.
What time do you usually have a nap?
I usually have a nap at 11 a.m.
11 a.m.
Yes.
How long does it take you to have a nap?
It takes me about 1 hour to have a nap.
About 1 hour?
Yes.
What do you usually do after having a nap?
After having a nap, I usually go to school.
Go to school?
Yes.
What time do you usually go to school?
I usually go to school at 12:30 a.m.
Pardon?
I usually go to school at 12:30 a.m.
12:30 a.m.
Yes.
How far is it from room to school?
It's about 300 meters from my room to my school.
About 30. Pardon?
It's about 300 meters from here to my room to my school.
About 300 meters?
Yes. It's about It's about 300 meters from here to my school.
About 300 meters?
Yes.
How do you usually go to school?
I go to school 6 days a week.
Pardon? How do you usually go to school?
I usually go to school on foot.
On foot?
Yes.
How long does it take you to go to school?
It takes me about 5 minutes to go to school.
About 5 minutes?
Yes.
Who do you usually go to school with?
I usually go to school with my friend.
With your friend?
Yes.
Do you like going to school?
Yes, I do. I like it very much.
Very much?
Yes.
How often do you go to school?
I go to.
Pardon? I'm sorry. How often do you go to school?
I go to school 6 days a week.
6 days a week?
Yes.
What do you usually do after going to school?
After going to school, I usually have dinner.
Have dinner?
Yes.
What time do you usually have dinner?
I usually have dinner at 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
Yes.
How long does it take you to have dinner?
It takes me about 30 minutes to have dinner.
About 30 minutes?
Yes.
And what do you usually do after having dinner?
After having dinner, I usually listen to music.
Listen to music?
Yes.
What time do you usually listen to music?
I usually listen to music at 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Yes.
Which song do you like best?
I like the song named That's Why You Go Away best.
That's Why You Go Away.
Yes.
What kind of songs do you like best?
I like pop song best. I like pop songs best.
Pop songs.
Yes.
Do you how long does it take you to listen to music?
It takes me about 1 hour to listen to music.
About 1 hour.
Yes.
Who do you usually listen to music with?
I usually listen to music with my friend.
With your friend?
Yes.
How do you usually listen to music?
I usually listen to music on my laptop.
On your laptop?
Yes.
Where do you usually listen to music?
I usually listen to music in my room.
In your room?
No, I usually listen to music in my room.
In your room?
Yes.
What do you usually do after listening to music?
After listening to music, I usually take exercise.
Take exercise?
Yes.
What time do you usually take exercise?
I usually take exercise at 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
Yes.
How long does it take you to take exercise?
It takes me about 2 hours to take exercise.
About 2 hours?
Yes.
What do you usually do after taking exercise?
After taking exercise, I usually go to bed.
Go to bed?
Yes.
What time do you usually go to bed?
I usually go to bed at 11 p.m.
11 p.m.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, see you later.